Nézzünk is bele a játékba. Na már is bekapcsoljuk. Egy kis westernkedés lesz ma. Aha. Mindjárt nézzünk egy hangot, hogy milyen hangos. Okés. Na, elvileg jó lesz. Na, akkor nézzünk is bele. Egy pillanat türelmet még. Így ne. Szerintem jó lesz nekünk a normál mód is. Na nézzük.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Nagyon vadnyugat eddig.
That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Hűha. Na vajon mi lesz? 1910-ben érkezett oda, azt állította, hogy fiatal emberként Billy a kölyök oldalán lovagolt. A 6. képesség lehetővé teszi, hogy 100% pontosságot érj el összpontosításnál. Jó, még egy pillanatra, még lehet, hogy még egy kicsit lentebb veszem a játékot. Úgy, és ezt pedig egy kicsikét átbillentem magam felé, úgy. Okés. Na most nézzük meg, hogy mi a helyzet.
It was
Aha.
about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs.
Most már benne is vagyunk a
I
játékban.
threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Nagyon jól néz ki. Tiszta western. Hát ez kicsit érzékeny a egér. Kicsit lentebb vesszük. Úgy, nézzük meg most. Talán jobb egy fokkal. Hát szevasz. Házi állatok. Aha, nyom 0-át a jelenlegi feladatok megtekintéséhez. Én nyomom. Oké, innen hagytok tovább? Én nyomom a 0-át. Ugye nem ezt a 0-át kell megnyomni, jól van. És miért nem engedi? Ezt valamiért nem érzékeli? Oké. Nézzük meg így. Aha. Tér vissza a búvóhelyre. Nagyon kemény. De jól néz ki. Na jó, nézzünk el a búvóhelyre akkor. Egyelőre úgy látom, még sietni nem tudunk, vagy futni, vagy bármiféle hasonló.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
És én ne lőjem le. Egyébként lehet menteni? Ellenőrző pontok vannak. Aha, jó.
Shoot that sumbitch!
Boom, headshot. Okay.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
They're coming from the rear!
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Hol vannak még? Aha. Szia, Pepe! Éppen nagy harc folyik, egy pillanat.
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Csak is fejre megyünk, csak is fejre. Van még valaki? Jó.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch bunch of chickens with their heads cut. Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Hoppá! Ne!
Bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
A golyók használd az a balra vagy a D jobbra való kilép. Jó. Jó béna vagyok eddig. Aha, új szint. Nyomjuk meg a képességpont. Nagyszerű. Okés. Az jó. Itt megnézem, hogy minden okése. Gyorsan. Működik-e minden? Jó. Okés. Itt vagy még, Patrik? Oké. Közelharcos dupla. Távolsági mesterlő. Hát inkább ez. Időlassítás, célkeresztes, spórolj idő célzás közben. Amikor célzol egy távolsági vagy egykezes fegyverrel, töredékére. Igen. Oké, hát kezdjük ezzel. A hangarányok azok így jók. Tehát, hogy nem túl hangos a játék, vagy nem vagyok túl halk. Mert nekem eléggé eseménydúsa, meg hangos a játék, nem tudom, hogy kifele hogy szól. Neked jó. Okés, rendi csak. Köszi. Oké. Ezt kiválasztottuk. És akkor másik pontot nem tudunk elkölteni, ugye? Nem hát. Oké. Akkor csak egy volt. Akkor menjünk vissza. És most? Merre tovább? Tisztítsd meg a házat.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Oké, és nagyon durva egyébként eddig, nagyon tetszik. Jó kis westernes. Még megállt. Hogy tetszik neked eddig, Patrik? Veszünk fel egy kis töltényt, úgy.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you! Stop aiming, you idiots! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Merre? Merre, merre? Ők velem vannak?
I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Honnan? Honnan? Aha.
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. Show yourself, coward!
Okés.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear.
Ő velem lenne, vagy?
I passed Dirty Dave.
Deader than a rat in a trap. Got company.
Úgy látom, hogy ő velem van.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Beaudry.
Aranyrögök. Aha. És pandáját. Igen, Gerett és csapata a büdös forrásoknál lévő elhagyatott ködből épült parasztháznál akadt a nyomukra, és körbevették az épületet. Billy csapata különféle banditák gyülekezetéből állt, közéjük tartozott Tom Pickett, Billy Wilson, Charlie Bowdre és piszkos Dave. Igen. F7. Olyan legendákkal hozta össze a sors, mint Dave, igen. Bla 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 bla. Meglehetősen kellemetlen módon halt meg, ugyanis először meglőtték, aztán pedig 1886-ban lefejezték egy mexikói macsétával. Igen, nem élte túl. F7. Többiek a következő nap. 1880, igen. Jó. Okés. Akkor ezeket így be lehet gyűjteni, ezeket a kis sztorikat. Itt nincsen senki. Te akkor velem vagy, ugye? Igen. Jó, azért csak kipróbáltam. Billy a kölyök. Vág az esze, mint a borotva. 21 gyilkosság, 21 évesen.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on. Where the hell Garrett get you? That's when Charlie got hit. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Wait. Hol vagytok, kutyák? Na. Hol? Nem látom egyszerűen. Aha.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw
El kell hozni a lovakat az istálóból. Remek. Hol az istáló? Oké.
that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Those poor sons of bitches are done for.
Many would have fled in my place,
Hol van az istáló?
but
Ott.
I had that
Jó, jó.
false sense of invincibility that many young men have, like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he is joshing me.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Hol van a pajta? Ahol a lovak vannak. Itt fel kéne mennem? Aha. Okés. Jaj, nem mászok át rajta. De átmásztam rajta.
castle of fallen foes. Cut him down.
Adja meg magát, és akkor nem esik van dórása. Nesze. Jó.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
Neztek.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Ajaj. Mi fog történni? Párbaj? Ejha. Jó képű, lapátkezű, önhit. Pat Garrett.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Tartsd az ellenfelet fókuszban az egér használatával. Amikor az ellenfelet fegyveréhez nyúl, nyomj, igen, majd céloz, és azután tüzelj, aha. Aha.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Nagyon jó az a történetmesélés közben.
Stepped inside, and
Ó,
last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
aha.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Törörörörörö. Mindjárt megnézzük, hogy okés. Rendben. Néhány hónappal,
He
igen,
was with John
börtön.
Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
Igen.
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move.
Igen, értünk, Billy.
He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Rendes gyerek ez a Billy. Hopp.
My first order of business was finding a firearm.
Aranyrög. Aha. Billy a kölyökről. Aha. William Henry McCartney ismertebb nevén William H. Bonney, Antrim kölyök, vagy Billy a kölyök valószínűleg 1859 és 1865 táján született. 1881. július 14-én halt meg, Pat Garrett sheriff lőtte le az új mexikói Fort Sumnerbe. Mind a mai napig ő maradt a vadnyugat egyik legismertebb törvényen kívülie. Billy körülbelül igen, leírás, szőke és kisfiús bájjal rendelkezett, számos megbízható forrás humorérzékéről, nagy lelkűségéről és barátságos természetéről tanúskodik. Ravasz, irgalmatlan és vakmerő volt, gyakran sodorta magát veszélybe azokért, akikkel törődött. Szeretett énekelni és táncolni és olvasni és írni is tudott, a kézírásából azt állították, hogy rendkívül formás volt. Billy nagyon népszerű volt a hölgyek körébe. Kis érdekességek vannak itt. Jó, okés. Na nézzük tovább. Kell keresnünk egy pisztolyt. Aha.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Az jó lesz. Tízes Whitney sörétes, dirr, hangos, mint a mennydörgés. Kemény.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did. Anybody see Billy? Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. The kid's escape raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him. Can't let the kid get away. Anybody see him? I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms.
Most hova kéne mennem? Aha.
I was a fugitive.
És most merre? Erre? Aha.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
Látjátok, hogy merre kell mennem? Aha, jól van. Okés. Settenkedjünk akkor egy kicsit.
But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans go to hell.
I'm ending you. He's in town somewhere.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
They're shooting in the street.
Rossz pedezéket választottál.
Get your headstone.
There's children here.
Stop it.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse.
Mész innen.
Though I
Itt
never
is itt
did
vannak.
have a great fondness for four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We price them too high, if you ask me.
Csak is fejre megyünk.
Show yourself. I've got this. We can take him.
Na basszus.
You're threatening the lives of innocent people.
Aha. Hát nekem eddig ez a játék kimaradt, pedig tök jó játék. Eddig tetszik.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Nézzük csak. Cserélgetni lehet. Puska, sörétes puska. Hát... Inkább a puskát választanám, nem? Nem, ő a soti. Ő a puska. Jó. Mi a különbségek között és között? Nem tudom megnézni. Na jó. Most megyünk egyelőre ezekkel. Basszus. No! Hát ez... Jaj. Na még egyszer. Sorry. Béna vagyok.
Got that son of a... So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Hol vannak? Nem látom egyszerűen. Aha. Aha, jól van.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Dad gets back.
Let's do this.
Somebody kill him!
You're dead.
Hol?
Come out, you yellow bitch. Stop it.
Dir.
You down.
Kiírtjuk majd az egész várost lassan.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said. I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun.
Na megy
we
a
stood there
párbaj.
in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Hát nyomtam pedig az át meg a D-t. Ups. Na még egyszer. Nem baj. Hát nem hiszem el. Eskünyomom. Pedig ez még mindig ilyen, kicsit ilyen.
Some say I fought unfairly, but they weren't the ones looking him in the eye that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later.
Tisztességtelen
So his
voltam.
escape
Na
was
basszus.
all for naught anyway.
Van ilyen.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Egy golyó az öregembernek. Egy hatalmas kovbolyokból álló törvényen kívüli banda, öregember Clanton vezetésével. Na jó.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Where's he going?
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There! ¿Quién carajo, hombre?
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Azt a
They
mindenit.
would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blundering to regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Oh! He's getting away!
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men.
Get a moving target!
I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Ain't fucking running.
Ó, de hova megszaladjak? Na basszus!
Finally, they managed to corner me. Just as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Hát jókor, mondhatom.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me.
Rohanás!
Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Pat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. And he would know.
Dújj meg a maradék öregemberhez, jó?
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted it.
That's right, Jeff. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. Get him! It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Aranyrög van a közelben, ezt gyorsan még megkeressük. Valahol itt csörög pedig. Ott fent, basszus. Jó, jó. Fel tudok menni erről? Hogy tudom azt onnan leszedni? Valahogy csak fel tudok oda menni, nem? Na jó. Megnézzük erről. Erre se enged. Valahogy csak fel lehet ide mászni, nem? Nem olyan? Így, aha. Jó, jó. Ezt majd megnézzük. Na még egy képesség, nézzük csak. Hát fejlesztjük a közelharcot is, az nem árt. Jó. Okés. Juhú. Na nézzük tovább. Kötekedő, házártos, Old Man Clayton, maga a pokol.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Ó, basszus, tényleg fontos az öreg? Hol van az öreg? Ott van az öreg, aha. Vigyázom kell, mert kevés töltényem van megint. Tudunk itt meg bárhova menni tovább. Aha.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Tjúha! Ajajajaj. Leszünk itt bajba? Bújj hát el! Most például hogy talált el? Nagyon ügyes vagyok. Megpróbáltam azért, hát hogyha ez lesz a megoldás. Okés. Nem. Aha, na jól van. Meg lesz.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Oh yeah.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Nézzük meg akkor őt elsőnek, hát hogyha... Hát nyilván.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Nagyon
First, I
király.
need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Na, megyünk is tovább.
Herb's coming! Get ready, boys.
Jaj, de
Curly
megijesztettél.
Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Get out here, you coward!
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Csak felszedjük még azokat a töltényeket is. Úgy. Itt nincsen senki. Úgy. Nagyon jó. Lootolunk egyet. Jó. Ezzel mit tudok kezdeni?
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Hál' Istennek egy kis tört. Honnan? Onnan is jönnek a...
Herb wasn't much of a match for him. Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Herb.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
Úgyni. No, nézzük tovább. Bármi lootolható dolog, aranyrög, nem? Jó, akkor megyünk tovább.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Aha.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Aha. Dér. Vagytok még? Hol? Na jó, még gyorsan feltárazzuk magunkat. Úgy. Pedig hallom itt valahol. Aztán neked élő pajzs.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Na nézzük csak, hogy mi van még. Nekem csak ez lesz a jó. Nézzük csak, mély zsebek, ranger, megnövelt puska, lőszer, kapacitás, igen. Ez pedig. Jó lesz ez. Na nézzük. Merre megyünk? Aha, és erre mi van? Semmi? Hopp, egy csapda. De majdnem én magam sétáltam bele.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Gyere hát ki innen. Úgy. Oké. Mi van most nálam? Hát... Lehet, hogy ennek jobban örülnék. Jobb ez így.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Na nézzük csak, hogy merre tovább. Hoppá! Na, megint párbajozni fogunk. Előbb lő, bekaphatna egy lövést, mint hogy... Bill. Győzd le a göndörvét. Hol van?
Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared.
Azt
They
sem tudom,
just
hol
wanted
van.
me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil. You were got a lot of sand thrown up here on my nose. Can you feel me? Get 'em, boys.
Többen is vannak, basszus. Ez csak egy ilyen halandó, ugye? Honnan lő a másik? Aha. Te vagy a seggfej. Nézzenek már oda. Még csúnyákat mond. Nem szabad. Mi van még nálunk? Jó.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
Na.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Következő a sorban. To take our... és egy golyót kapjon. Ebbe vagyok jó szar.
Sir, I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Már
Sorry
megint
I had to ruin the legend for you, boy,
tisztességtelen vagyok.
but the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Nem vagyok tisztességes. Nem érdekel. Annyiszor meghaltam.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money.
Na majd
to be
legközelebb
made.
megpróbáljuk.
That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Eddig egyébként nagyon jó hangulatú ez a játék, meg szépen is néz ki, úgyhogy nagyon király eddig.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men. Samuel Colt made them equal.
Ennyi. Na jó. Okés. Gondolom oda be. Ja.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it.
Nem erre.
It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed, easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. If Daddy had lived to see Alfred Nobel's explosive invention, my guess is he would have told Samuel Colt to kiss his ass. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Plumber wants that asshole dead.
Dangerous, desperate individuals. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid.
Azt se oda gondoltam.
They must have thought I was tough. Or had some kind of death wish. Seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other.
Rám robbantják, úgyhogy inkább én robbantom rájuk. Na itt vannak ezek a szerencsétlenségek. Na, ezt túl közel voltam. Jó. Nézzük, csak jók ezek, ugye? Jók hát. Vannak töltények is, feltározunk úgy. Van még valahol valaki, vagy ennyi volt?
I thought I was some kind of hero.
Nézzük
I
csak.
finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny.
A végzetemmel.
But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
Aha.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Na basszus, na basszus! Ez nagyon profi volt. Ezt nem láttátok, ugye?
Put that moron out of his misery. About out of bullets. You ain't beefing me. Show yourself, coward.
Talán ezzel most jobban járunk. Honnan? Innen? Ne. Lesz neked?
Once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
Yes, Soti, várjunk csak.
Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Let's do this.
reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Én akartam leütni őt.
Surprise! You're done.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
No! What happened? Kéne. Aha. Be fogom olni.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
Még ilyenkor is képes vagyok meghalni.
I spotted a ladder.
Most innen kezdem?
Way into the mine from the opposite side.
Most hogy innen kezdem? Ja, aha. Jó. Rossz út
It was a
volt.
long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith. Which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
Ah, itt most át kéne ugorni. Na jó, megpróbáljuk.
I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Egy aranyrög van valahol. Közelben. Hol van az aranyrög? Nem látjátok? Na jó, másszunk fel a létrán.
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
What the hell? Innen már erre? Nézzük csak, hogy merre kell menni. Aha, valahogy arra kell tovább menni. Csak kéne ebbe ugrani, nem? Vagy nem? Nem.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! This day is just getting worse and worse for you, ain't it?
Hol vagy?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
Ezzel nem sokra fogok menni. Nincs itt valahol egy fegyver. Honnan lősz? Profi vagyok, nem baj. Most kezdem előről, vagy itt volt egy mentési pont, miközben megöltem ezt a jó embert. Aha, akkor innen folytatjuk, oké. Nem ezt akartam. Push! Ezt meg ki is döltem, meg én is, láttátok? Hát nem hiszem el! Ennyi hiányzott az életéből. Ennyi. Mindjárt meg lesz, mindjárt megvan. Csak még bénáskodok egy kicsit. Na, hol állunk most? Ó, bár megint a felénél vagyunk. Nem csak te tudsz dobálni ilyet, én is tudok. Na végre. Harmadjára sikerült. Ugye? Vagy negyedjére? Nem is tudom már. Na. Ezzel is megvolnánk.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Jó. Okés.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
Oké.